This is a regular size condom, and this just fit this entire banana. Every time I hear some guys like, I need a Magnum. Girl, sit down.
Hey, I'm Bunny Michael, and welcome to Broadly Hotline. Today's topic is sexual health. With the state of sexual education in this country, it is no wonder why so many people are confused and misinformed about how to have healthy sexual relationships and practices. There's been so much shame and stigma put on all of us about our sexual experiences, and it's created a lot of trauma for a lot of people. And the cycle is just going to continue until we end it by having the conversations that we need to have. Today's guest, Karamo Brown, is an activist who has worked for years to destigmatize the queer sexual experience. You might know him as one of the Fab Five on Queer Eye. Let's welcome Karamo Brown.
Woo! Hey, love.
Hi.
Mwah. Mwah.
If you had to describe what was missing from sexual education, especially queer sex education in the US, what would you say is like the biggest things that are missing from that?
Oh my gosh, so much. I don't think that I got to a place where I understood how to communicate what I needed until maybe I was in my mid-20s, late 20s. I remember feeling obligated to do things that I thought my partner needed. My self-esteem told me, well, if you don't do what they want, then they're not gonna wanna stay with you. You know, as long as after my sexual experience, I feel good about myself, my partner feels good, then that's all that matters. And I think that was an important journey for me to go through, but it took a while.
I think we really need to think about the consequences, not just about like STDs and stuff, but about our emotional and spiritual health. Mm-hmm. You can live any kind of sexual life you want.
Amen.
But the courage, the integrity to be honest about where you're at, like whether you're poly, whether you're monogamous, whether you're a sex worker, whether, you know, all this stuff, like it's your choice.
Yeah.
So own it.
Yes.
So I'm really excited to answer some of the voicemails. Are you ready?
My friend is always joking and bragging about how she never uses a condom during sex. And honestly, I don't think it's funny, and I actually worry about her. And I'm wondering what advice you could give me to talk to her.
You guys are friends for a reason, and friends are honest with each other. Friends voice their concern when they have it. If you feel nervous to have this conversation with her, that's totally understandable, but this kind of conversation is actually going to improve your friendship. Just tell her, I love you and I care about you, and that's why I'm bringing this up.
Yeah, and she wants you to bring it up, just to let you know. In every joke, there's a bit of truth. And the fact that she keeps telling you this, she's looking for some type of guidance on what she should do sexually. And your mind is going straight to concern, which is really good. She wants to talk to you about this.
Hey, I'm on antiretroviral drugs and my HIV is undetectable, but my partner's still scared of contracting HIV. How do I best convey to him that there's no risk?
Make sure that you invite them to your doctor appointments with you. If you are undetectable, you cannot pass on the HIV virus. So hearing it from a doctor would probably alleviate their fears, but also if your partner is saying that to you, they're saying, hey, give me an opportunity to be comfortable. And I would say don't rush them in that. If you are feeling like unprotected sex is what you want, but they're saying they don't, it's okay to have that conversation and go on that journey at a pace that works for both of you, but respect what your partner is saying.
Having conversations with your partner about sex is hard, it's difficult, but it also really improves your relationship. So when you have the conversation, just do it with love and compassion for where they are. You know, I like to say when you're somebody's partner, you're their safe space. So be that safe space for them, and they can be that for you too.
So I just came to terms with my bisexuality. I've never slept with a woman before, although I've had plenty of experience with men. What steps do you think I should take before I jump in?
Okay, congratulations on your newfound queerness. Like, that's awesome. Being queer is great.
Yes, it is.
I think it depends on what type of person you are, what you feel comfortable with, but don't feel rushed. Maybe go on a date, maybe go to a queer club, See what feels nice, have some conversations.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. This is a brand new experience for you, and like you said, congratulations and welcome to the fam. But don't feel pressured. Like, define what you're looking for, and then take your time to, figure out who you're going to explore this with. I think this is such a special time that you don't want to rush through it.
When I came out as queer, I was actually caught. And it was the beginning of years and years and years of trauma, and then healing and healing and healing and healing.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of painful experiences lead to positive things.
The first time I ever had an interaction with another man, I've never told people this, but my best friends know, I was hate-f***ed. And I allowed it to happen because of the fact that I had watched pornography that made me think that as a gay man, this was how my sexual experience was supposed to be. And I remember the first time talking to one of my girlfriends at lunch, and she was saying like, oh, my mom told me that my first experience, like, the guy should treat me very well and nice. And I was thinking, no one taught me that. No one said that a guy should treat me well. And I just hope that, queer people now have more examples, and that they're starting to learn that certain things that are put out there you don't have to do, and that if once you learn that it's wrong, fight against that so that your self-esteem can grow. And I think that's just an important conversation. We hear so much about how great we are at being shady, but we don't hear about how great it is to be, just uplifting. And I wanted to change that.
I feel so passionate about what you just said, because I think that we all have a responsibility, I think, to educate ourselves, especially about STIs, especially about safe sexual practices, and actually because there is so much stigma, there is so much imposed judgment and fear, and that comes from ignorance.
Yeah.
And one way we can really help contribute to the overall sexual health of our community is to be actively part of the solution.
Yeah.
And that starts with educating yourself.